John says in verse 2 that something inconceivably wonderful is waiting for God's children that's even more glorious than what we possess now. Verse 2 tells us that although our present status as children of God is wonderful, our future will be extraordinary because we are going to be made like Jesus. Try to comprehend the mind-blowing truth of that verse, that you and I are going to be like Christ. This truth is so astonishing that missionary W. Alexander relays a story that as some missionaries were on the mission field, they were working with some native converts, and they were translating the New Testament into their native language. And when they came to this verse, 1 John chapter 3, verse 2, the native Christians were so overwhelmed by this phrase, "But we know that when Jesus appears, we shall be like him." They were so amazed by that phrase in verse 2 that at that point, the native translator put his pen down and exclaimed, "No. No, this is too much for us to write. Let's not write that, but instead let's say, but we know that when Jesus appears, we shall kiss his feet." It was too much for the native Christian to believe that he would be made like his Savior. We shall be like Jesus. That was too amazing. And so this morning, as we look at this large passage, these first two verses are just amazing. God's amazing love in verse 1 and his amazing promise for us in verse 2, that we shall be made like Christ. And so as we leave here this morning, I want to encourage you with those things. You are loved as a child of God's. And he has a great plan for you, and he's working it now, and he's going to finish it when he comes. And so let's sing now about that amazing love and that transforming power.